The common marketing philosophy says you have to identify your your market. You have to identify your target audience before you can expect to be successful. And I thought about that. So, who are the people that is the target audience for what I create in my videos? And the focus is so narrow so as that I actually do not have, nor will I ever have, a target audience. So then the question begs to be asked, then why do I make the videos? Well, I make the videos simply because I make the videos. I know nobody else is going to do it because nobody else is capable. Nobody else has the information to even make the videos. But I don't have an audience. So why don't I have an audience? Because the material that I cover is, well, it's so far from where most people are in their spiritual journey that it's like, you know how you have a jigsaw puzzle. People typically do the perimeter, and then they'll start at the bottom and then they'll start putting pieces together. But if I forced you and I said, well, where does this piece go? And you know it goes deep into the jigsaw puzzle, way up where you're so far from it, and then you have no reference where to put the piece, especially since you don't have the picture to look at even. You just have all the pieces and you don't have a clue what you're putting together, or if you have a vague clue. But the bottom line is you don't know where to put the piece. And that's the issue with my target audience. I don't have an audience because nobody is at that level of the puzzle. Now I know that sounds, because I've been told many times that I'm an arrogant ass for acting that way, but I'm not. I just know what reality is because I was in those shoes. If someone would have come to me with the spiritual information that I am putting out 30, 40 years ago, I would have thought they were probably satanic. I would have thought, even if I wasn't connecting it to something evil or whatever, I would have not had any clue with what the person is talking about. No reference to put the material together with. And so there's no way that I have a target audience. There are people that may understand what I'm talking about because they've spent a lifetime studying spirituality, but they're already secure in their dogma, so to say, and they're not going to shift gears over to this direction because what I teach is in opposition to or confrontational to every known faith and religion in existence because they have man-made dogma connected to their faith or religion or whatever it is. It's like everything dealing with Eastern spirituality, Sanatana Dharma, Buddhism, all of those have been misguided for hundreds, if not thousands of years in thinking non-duality is the concept that is real, and that just isn't real. It's a false teaching that has been inserted into the ancient teachings. Christianity, the same thing. I have the utmost respect for the individual of Jesus, known as Christ. I have absolutely zero issues with Jesus, and I have absolutely more faith and agreement that his atonement is valid for everyone's sin on the earth if they accept him as their Savior. I have no issues with that. What I have issues with is every Christian church on the planet Earth has corrupted the teachings of Christ and turned it into a profit center, as well as a organization based upon all sorts of garbage that has been thrown in over the years that basically pollutes the message and is mainly focused upon gaining money and power and things for the leaders of those organizations that they're no longer interested in, nor are they capable of receiving spiritual guidance from Jesus, even if he were to appear today, because their dogma and their systems are so rigid that they have no place for the message from God anymore. And so I've eliminated my the people that would be interested in my message down to a handful of people in the world. You could say, well, there are some humble people that are actually teachable, that are interested in gaining a better understanding of spirituality, a better understanding of what actually enlightenment means, or on their path to wanting to have some sort of one-on-one with God. But the problem with that is they are at such a rudimentary understanding of spirituality and God and everything that they actually have a lifetime to go before the material that I teach has any validity in their life. And so there's no way that what I teach is going to do them any good. And then anybody that is at a level to where, so to say, you could throw the rope to them and pull them or whatever, they're not going to be interested because they are already set in their ways. Their dogma is so powerful in their lives that they cannot, well, they can, of course, but they are unwilling to give up their belief system. I know because I was there, and I'm here to tell you, going from a organized Christian religion to where I'm at right now was by far and away the most difficult, the life-wrenching thing that you can possibly imagine. I mean, I can't imagine anything more difficult than what I went through. And I mean, I can imagine the death of my pets and my family members and everything, and that's pales in comparison to the difficult situation that I had to go through to transition from a belief in a organized religion to where I'm at right now today. So if it was that difficult for me, I can rest assured it's going to be that difficult for anyone else. And, you know, maybe the really well-educated gurus might understand what I'm teaching, but they would have to go through the same transition that I did. And they're not willing to do that because they're not interested in, and I'm speaking the truth, they're absolutely not interested in understanding spirituality as it is in reality. They're not interested in that. What they're interested in is having a groupie following or the power and authority that comes with being a guru. They're not interested in the truth. And that's why they cling to the existing faith that they believe in. Also, there are people that might be interested, but they go the university route, and maybe they're shooting for a doctorate degree in divinity or something of that nature. And to think that you're going to learn one iota of spiritual truth with a doctorate degree, you got to be crazy to even think such a thing, because all you're doing is memorizing the dogma and bullshit that has accumulated over the centuries, and that's all you're doing at the university level. They're not teaching you anything other than memorizing the false truths that have been perverted and corrupted over the thousands and tens of thousands of years. So if you want to memorize Sanskrit and you want to learn new language and you want to translate from one language to another and learn this and learn that, then great, go the university route. But if you think you're going to learn a single thing about the truth, you're absolutely crazy. You're not going to. You could have 3 doctorate degrees and you're not going to learn, you're not going to be any closer to the truth than the average 10-year-old in any church anywhere. You're just not going to be in close. In fact, you're going to be further away because you're totally ingrained in the false teachings. So I don't have a target audience there either. So where is my target audience? And nowhere. They don't exist. So again, the question, why would I make the videos? Because I do. It's important, you know as well as I do, if you've studied or are studying from a guru and all this kind of stuff, you will know, you've heard them all tell you that the world is never without an enlightened master and stuff like that. And so there you go. I have to put it out there because of that. And I know you can sit there in your living room and laugh and think I'm a dumbass because I say these things, but I don't give a damn what you think or how you react, because you're a fool if that's what you think. If you listen to what I teach and you think it's laughable, you're a fool. Not only are you a fool, but you are on the path to maintaining the wheel of samsara for I don't know how many more lifetimes. Probably forever, because you are essentially allergic to the truth. So why do I make it? Because the world has to have the truth so that there is a judgment, essentially, that says, well, I didn't know. Well, actually, you did know. The truth was there. It's on the internet. Anyone in the world can find it. So there's no excuse whatsoever. Yes, because we live in the age of Kali Yuga and because it's the end days according to Christianity, that evil reigns all powerful at this particular time in our existence. And because of that, the algorithms of YouTube and everything else will bury the videos I produce so deep that nobody can find it anyways. But even if you did find it, it isn't going to make any sense to you. So if you happen to watch a video of mine, or all of them, or whatever, and you think they're awesome, wow, well then, you know what? You are a rare individual, a handful that exists in the entire earth. So count yourself unique if that's the case. But being unique doesn't mean your life is going to be easy. It is going to be extremely tough until you get over the hump, so to say. So anyways, I thought I'd throw that out there. And again, as always, I hope you have a good day. And I'm just explaining the bizarreness of the message that I put out there. How bizarre that it really is, and how, because think about it. I could be putting out videos of how fun it is to cut the heads off of puppies, and I would have probably 50,000 followers. probably 1 million views within a year or two. Or you could put out a video of how tasty it is to eat poop, and you would have 100,000 followers of that. But if you put out the truth, the spiritual truth, the real stuff, boom, chirp, 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 nothing. No followers, nobody's interested, and nobody's going to listen to it. And the people that might find it interesting are never going to find it because it's buried so deep in the hidden, and that's what happens at the Kali Yuga. You can't have a dark period and have light everywhere. Does that make sense to you? Most idiots today, which includes damn near everyone in these spiritual groups, think that for some reason in the Kali Yuga, the light is everywhere. It doesn't matter where you go. Every corner has a guru teaching the truth. You can open up a book anywhere and find the truth in the Kali Yuga period. I don't know how the brain of people can function with this cognitive dissonance. I have no clue how that happens, honestly. But it does. They think that the truth is everywhere in the dark period. Unbelievable. Anyways, thank you for watching. Bye.